welcome to all of my lovely new subscribers. I've almost got 700 subscribers now, which is like absolutely amazing. If you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and press the notification bell, and you'll be notified as soon as any new videos come out. So if you are new around here, welcome. My name's Holly. I do videos on diamond painting and I do videos on cross stitch, as you can see on Floss tube. Mainly my videos are about the projects that I'm doing and any new projects I've got coming up that I would like to do. On the diamond painting side, I do like review videos, I do organize with me videos, I do time lapses, unboxings and things like that. So I've got quite an array of videos that I do. I did really start with diamond painting and then kind of fell into cross stitch really. And I just started picking it up, and I've been doing it now for over a year and I absolutely love it. And I love seeing people's videos of where they were last month and where they are today. And I thought, you know, that'd be really nice to share with the lovely FlossTube community, you know, where we're up to and what we're doing. And, you know, if there's any pointers people have, I think it's really nice to share. So today is going to be a video on haul and whips. I don't have a huge amount of haul, but I do have a few things that have arrived from last month. Now, one of the projects that I really wanted to start was the twisted band sampler, and instead of doing that on CXC threads, which is what I do on my heids, I decided that I'd really like to try using the silks. So I've got the Alvera Soie silks. I ordered them from 123 Stitch last month, and they have finally arrived today. So I've got a couple of things to show you. The ones that arrived, I did also order some from London Bead Company because I wanted to start the project really. I just wanted to make a start on it, and you know, the flosses were taking a while to come over. I know the American Postal Service is just a bit of a nightmare. I also ordered in the thick of their election and all the ballots going in, so that probably wasn't a bright idea. But they've arrived today. I paid my custom charge, got a customs charge on Monday, and so they said that they wouldn't be able to deliver them till Wednesday, but today's Wednesday and I have just received them. Look at those, aren't they absolutely beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous colours. So they are going to be used for my twisted band sampler. I have started it. The ones that I received from London Bead Company are here. I've got a few that one, and that one. I think these are the colours that I've already started, and there's another one as well that's out, this one here. So these are ones that I've kind of already started with. The blues, I think are, I know for a fact that when Teresa Little Stitcher, she did the same one, she said that she had to, instead of using one skein of floss, she had to use two with two certain colours. So I made sure that I ordered both of those colours, like two of them, and two came from the London Bee Company, and then I ordered, you know, an extra one from 123 Stitch because the London Bee Company didn't have that colour. So I have received those. The other thing that I have ordered, which I ordered last month, but when it arrived I actually ordered the wrong one. It was the Elbesee clip frame, but I ordered the one that you don't clip, you sew. And as much as, you know, I would have actually sewn it onto my frame, I'm really lazy and I couldn't imagine, I couldn't see myself sitting down and stitching all of my fabric onto my frame. So I decided to send it back, and I received the clip frame. Now I've received that, or I ordered that because I want to do this one here. This is the winter sampler by Cricket Collection. You can't really see it in that light, can you? But the fabric for this, which I ordered about 6 weeks ago, hasn't arrived yet, and Sam had to re-dye it for whatever reason. Not going to go into details, but she messaged me and said that she's going to have to re-dye. I can have the one that she's done already, but you know, she could re-dye one for me and send that to me, but that will take an extra week. So I did get a notification on Monday to say that it was being sent, but I haven't received it yet. So I haven't got that fabric to show you at the moment, which is a shame. So I'm hoping that by next month I A, would have actually received the fabric, and B, I would have been working on this lovely project. So this is one that I really cannot wait to start, and I'm hoping with it being a small sampler that it won't actually take that long to do. So that is my haul. Like I said, there wasn't actually a hell of a lot. I'm kind of trying to save as much money as I can for everything going on in the States, so everything kind of goes into savings, and I've really reined back on buying more stuff. I have, however, decided that I think it'd be really nice to put a hamper together for my mum. She used to stitch years and years ago, and I remember actually seeing in our living room all of our zodiac signs in cross stitch. So, and I can even remember her sitting in the chair, and she was doing, you know, she'd just sit there and do all the cross stitch. And I did sort of have a conversation with her last month about, you know, her not doing any anymore. She's got into diamond painting because she's seen, you know, the diamond paintings that I've done, and she thought, oh, you know, I'll try that, and she loves it, and she's ordering customs and things like that. So she's massively into diamond painting. But she did say that she would like to get into cross stitch again if she had something that was almost like an introductory. So I showed her this one, and she absolutely loved it. So I thought, well, it'd be really nice if I could put her together like a cross stitch hamper, as well as, I mean, there's something for her puppy, that her new puppy that she wants me to buy, which arrived today. I actually thought that was my fabric, and I was really disappointed when it wasn't the fabric. So I've got that for her, and I've also got her some bits and bobs. But I thought it'd be really nice if I put her together, you know, like a sort of a small cross stitch hamper. So I've reordered the Cricket Collection winter, so she can have that. I've also ordered her all the flosses that she needs for it. She's got a needle, she's got a needle minder, I've got the fabric for her, and I've ordered her a Q-snap. So she's got pretty much everything ready to go. The only thing is, I don't think that she has actually ever stitched on a smaller count fabric. I think she's only ever stuck to like 14 or 16, which when you buy kits, that is like the count that you tend to get. So she has got 32 count Lugana for this, and it was actually a fabric that I bought for myself to do this on, and then I decided to change my mind, and because I wanted to display it, I thought it'd be really nice to have a dyed fabric. So I changed my mind, and I decided to go to Chromatic Alchemy and get a lovely dyed fabric. So I thought, well, you know, I've already got that fabric that I was going to use, I'll just give it to my mum. So she's got that as well, so I'm really hoping that she enjoys it. The other thing that I bought, even though I said I think that was it for haul, I've just seen it at the corner of my eye, is this hoop. However, thinking about it now, I think that I've ordered the wrong size. I think this needs to be much bigger. So what I would like to do future wise is this project here, which is a Haid, and this is by Amy Stewart. Now I have got the bigger version, like the much bigger version, but with all of my designs that I've got going on my projects, I'm not going to go into a big project now. I think for the foreseeable, because I've got a really busy year next year, I think what I'm going to do is stick to smaller designs, but this is one that I would really like to start. However, I've decided in my, you know, mind of wisdom that I would like to show it on the wall in a hoop, because I think that would be really nice. Now, I really want to do this on 18 count. Yeah, 18 count 2/1 full cross. Now, for me to do that, I think I need a frame that is like 15 inches across, and I'm not too sure what this is, but I think this is only like 8 or 10. I think it's like 10 inches, so it's 5 inches like too small. So I don't know what to do. I've even looked at doing it on 25 count fabric, even though if you've watched my other videos, you know I hate 25 count fabric. And that is 10 inches by 10 inches. So this is still too small. So I'm not really too sure what to do with that. But anyway, I mean, I might find a smaller project, you know, still that I can do that with. And, you know, I'm not too sure if there are any hoops out there that are much bigger. But I will still keep looking and searching and hope that I'll be able to find one. So without further ado, let's go on to the whips. So last month I was working on a bookmark that was for a gift. Now, I haven't done a hell of a lot. This seems to be the project that I kind of pick up when I've got a couple of hours here, an hour there, maybe half an hour here. I know sometimes when my other half like wakes up really late because he goes to bed late in the morning, I will just sort of get up, and instead of having to like put all of my heids out and all of my storage, I will just pick this up because it's like a smaller project, so I don't have loads and loads to go with it, and I can just do this in the morning whilst he wakes up. So this is where you saw it last month. And this is it this month. So I kind of pretty much, I'm not too sure how much of it I'd done. I think I'd started on the second, but I hadn't actually achieved much. Now I need to work on the third one, so it's going to be, that's definitely going to have 3 squares, and then I think that will be a really nice finished project. It is going to be for a gift, but I think the gift is going to be after Christmas now, so I hope that I will actually be able to show you this as a finished project. In fact, I'm definitely going to make sure that I show this as a finished project anyway. So I haven't really got much more to go on that. This one is being done on 1/2 full cross on 32 count Lugana, and this is the sparkly snow. I don't know if you can see the sparkly snow. This got a couple of days, but like I said, it was literally touch time. It wasn't much time at all. The second one that I worked on, and I haven't actually put how many stitches that I've done for any of my projects. That is clearly like what I forgot to do. So the second one, and I'm just going to do it in order of what I've got here, is the Grace Faces by Josephine Wall. So this is being done on 18 count 2/1. This is what it looked like last month. And this is what it looks like this month. Let me try and find it. Okay, so it's just here. And there we go. So really beautiful colours. It's coming along. I'm just kind of starting to go across here. I am filling in the blanks as I'm going. There are a few stitches in the main part that I've already done that that I still need to go back and do, but instead of actually concentrating on doing all of the empty bits or all the extra stitches, I think I'm just going to carry on along here, and if there are any other colours that I'm using here, I can just go in and sort of fill in the blanks there. So Grace Faces got one, I think it only literally got 1 day. Now there is a reason for that. There is a project that I've been working on quite a lot because I just really enjoyed working on it. And that one is, I might as well just find it as I'm talking to you about it now. So that one is here, the Twisted Band Sampler, and it's one that I've been dying to start, and I'm so glad that I did because I love working on this. It's absolutely beautiful. This is by Northern Expressions Needlework, and I downloaded the pattern on Etsy. So this one is being done 2/2 on 28 counts. I don't think I've got anything to show you last month. I don't think I started it last month, but if I have, I will show you. But this is what it looks like this month. Let's see if I can get it the right side. There we go. So there. How gorgeous is that? I love working with the threads. They're absolutely beautiful. This fabric is also sparkly as well. I thought that would be really nice. Anything that is like a sampler that has got sort of space in between, I tended to do on like sparkle snow fabric. Now that got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that got 6 days worth of work. and I think I've done over 2,000 stitches on that. It's really quick to work up as well, which is why I absolutely love working on it. But I just love seeing it come alive. So I think that has kind of really taken a lot of my time. And London Bee Company were brilliant at sending their flosses. I think it only took like 2 days and they're with me, so I could really start that straight away, which is fantastic. So that has really taken up my time because it's one that I've really enjoyed doing. So that is the Northern Expressions Twisted Band Sampler. The next one that I'm going to show you is one by Amy Stewart. So that is this one here, Life is an Open Book, my Storykeep. Now this is being done on 25 count, 1/1 full cross, and I think I've said to you in the past, it's not one that I'm really enjoying doing. So again, this is one that I tend to kind of touch rather than sort of spend time doing. But you know, the good thing is it's not a massive project, so it won't take long to come in to get done. So this is what it looked like last month. And this is what it looks like this month. There we are. So I mean, it's coming along. It is coming along. I worked mainly on the Eiffel Tower here. I've done a bit more along here, down this side. So I think I'm just, you know, gonna like be working down, and that's kind of the way I'm gonna go. I still have a few stitches inside the main body of the project to do, but like Grace Faces, I think what I'm going to do is, as I reach the colour that I'm missing in here, and I'm sort of filling in these, I will go back and do that colour. But you know what, it's coming along. It is really nice. I love the colours. The colours are beautiful, but I think it's just the size of the X's. I just don't like working on those sizes, and they're so tiny and intricate. I think that's why I'm absolutely loving doing the Twisted Band Sampler, because I'm doing it 2/2. And I think the reason why I've decided to do it 2/2, even though I know on 28 count you can do it 1/2, is because the colours are so vibrant. If you use 2 strands, I think it's beautiful. So I know I am going to run out of a colour. I think Teresa did this on Teresa Little Stitcher, and she said that she ran out 2 colours. So I already sought those 2 colours that she ran out of, because she did 2/2 on 28 count, not realising that she should have done 1/2. But actually, when I saw it, I just thought it looked stunning. So I've decided to deliberately do 2/2 instead of 1/2, and I'm so pleased that I have. It's coming out amazing. Now, on the back of that, I will show you the Samsuzy, which is also being done on a smaller count fabric. So this is being done on 32 count, and this has been done 1/2. So what I'll do is I'll show you this one. This is what it looked like last month. And this is what it looked like this month. Now you can see with the 1/2 that there is a little bit of show in this one. You can see the fabric behind. Let me see if I can get as close as I can. Can you see that you can see a little bit of the fabric? Can you see the sparkle as well? Look at the sparkles, beautiful, isn't it? However, because this is a Samsuzy one, I thought that if it was done on 32 count 2/2, it would just be too bulky. And I specifically bought the 32 count for the Samsuzy sampler because I didn't want the project to be too massive. But I definitely think I made the right decision with going 2/2 on the Twisted Band Sampler with being 28 count, and the 1/2 on the 32 count. I just think it looks much better. I started, as you can see from my last video, the long dog sampler. I did start that on 32 count using 2 strands of two strands of thread, but I just found that it was quite bulky, and for myself, I much prefer how it looks just using one strand. It doesn't look bulky, it looks neat, you know, you can see the crosses. I think that was important, that you could see the crosses and the intricate details. So that's why I've decided to stay, you know, with 1/2 on the Long Dog sampler. The Long Dog sampler, I don't know if I just said, is one that I also just kind of touch here and there. It's not one that I really spend a hell of a lot of time. Certainly on my bigger projects, my bigger heids, like the Grace Faces, Alternative Reality, which you'll see in a minute, and the Bountiful Bookshelf, which you'll see in a minute, because they're much bigger projects, they tend to take, you know, 2 days. I will do like 2 days solid on them. Whereas the Long Dog sampler, this bookmark, and the Storykeep, which I didn't tell you how many days I worked on, which was, I think, 2 days. Yeah, I only worked on that 2 days. They tend to be ones that I'll just fit in for my time as and when I've got time to do them. So that is the Long Dog sampler. The next one, which I am absolutely loving doing, is this one here by Josephine Wall. This is Alternative Reality. This is being done on 18 count, 2/1 full cross, the same count as the Grace Faces. I just prefer working on that, I think, and also because 25 count it makes the design really small, and I have got quite big walls to fill, so I thought, you know, it'd be nicer to go sort of bigger. So I decided to do my heids on 18 count to 2/1 full cross. So this is what it looks like last month. And this is what it looked like this month. Now, I didn't work on this actually much. I think I only worked on it 2 days, but on those 2 days, I actually got quite a good amount done. So I'm not quite at a page finish yet, but I am working on it. But I just absolutely love doing this one. It's beautiful. Really love working on that one. So that is the Alternative Reality. I'm looking forward to going onto the second page when we start to get, you know, the detail of her coming through. At the moment, I'm just like working on this bit up here. But when we finally start working on down here in the dress, and I'm really looking forward to, you know, getting to that stage. So I think when I do my second page, I think I'm going to go along a page rather than going down a page, most definitely. Right, so that is Alternative Reality. Now, last but by all means not least is the Bountiful Bookshelf. Now, this is an Amy Stewart. This is one that I'm doing on super size, so this is going to be huge. This is 18 count, again 18 count 2/1, because I want it to be a real focus piece. Now, I watched Teresa's video, the last one that she put out, which I think was a couple of days ago, and she was saying that she felt that she made a complete boo-boo with her Alternative Reality, because she looked at the size and thought, actually, she hasn't got enough fabric. And I don't know why, but that kind of preempted me to have a look at mine, bearing in mind that I've spent like since February doing this project, and it is a humongous project. And I thought, I'm just going to double, triple check my work to see if actually I'm going to have enough fabric. And I don't know why I did that. However, when I was counting, I counted that, so this is pre-gridded fabric. So all my fabric for my heids, I always get pre-gridded because I just find it a lot easier. And I counted how many of those squares make up a page, and it came out that there was 8 squares that made up a page. So I thought, okay, that's fine, 8 squares that make up a page. So I went on to Pattern Keeper on my tablet, and I went on to the actual pattern for my Bountiful bookshelf, and as you can see here, you can actually count how many pages you've got. So I've got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. So I've got 13 pages. So I thought, okay, so I should have 13 times 8 which is like the amount of squares you need for one page. And when I did my calculations, I was like out by like this month. So it meant that my actual project was not going to fit on my fabric that I've got by this much. And oh my god, I went into panic mode. I was like, how has this even happened? Because you always hear in the cross stitch community, or any community, check twice and cut once. You always check your work twice and you cut once, that's it. And I just thought, how has this even happened? Like, and it's not even that I haven't got, you know, an inch or 2 inches or 3 inches of fabric. I literally have not got enough fabric to fit this whole entire design on. So I went, after I had like a massive panic attack, I looked at the individual, what do you call them? The individual pages. And I thought, okay, so when I've gone back and had a look at the individual pages, can you see, for example, that page there is, you've got, I can't even see, like this side here, you've got 3/4 of a page, and then this side here, hang on, can't even, because I can't see what you can see. Let's see if I can pull it over. This one here, you see the page goes in the middle of like, it goes through the middle of a square. So I thought, okay, so let me look at this pragmatically. And I went through and I counted how many squares. So how many squares do I need in order to finish this project? So I was going through and I was counting like each individual square. And actually, because some of the pages had half a square, so they'd have like 7.5 squares, it didn't actually work out that there was strictly 8 squares in one page. So then when I counted, I got to the end and I had 3 squares left over, which is, if you have a look on this, that's however many that I've got here. And I think I've got like a 2-inch border. Now I did actually want to have a much larger border than 2 inches, but after just realizing, or almost realizing, that I had not enough fabric for this whole entire project, the fact that I've only got 2 inches of border, I can live with that. I'm happy with that, and any professional framer will be able to work with that as well, so that's fine. But thanks, Teresa, for freaking me out and making me second guess myself. But I'm so glad that I definitely went back and had a look. I think it put my mind to rest. But you do that though, don't you? You start a project and you think, I'm just going to double check to see if this is even going to be, you know, on your fabric. I don't know why you do that, but you do. So anyway, I went into like a massive panic attack, and I'm okay now. So this is what it looked like last month. And this is what it looks like this month. So I'm at a page, and I'd say through 2/3, I guess. So I haven't really got a lot more to do on that page, but I really can't wait to, I think the next book here is going to be like a bluey, greeny, turquoisey colour. And I can't wait to get to that, because I'm so fed up with the browns and the blacks and the greens and things like that. I just want to get some real colour. But I'm 100% absolutely loving doing that project. What else to tell you? So I'm coming back off furlough as of tomorrow, which is a real shame. I've really enjoyed my time off work to spend all my time stitching. That means that I don't have any time in between, because where I was sort of, you know, taking a couple of hours between one job and the other because my horse was living out. My horse is now living in the evening, so she's going out in the day and she's coming in at night, which means now I've got to go and do my job at the grocery store starting at 7. I finish that at 12. I've got to go have something to eat really quick, get changed, then go down to the yard and then ride my horse and muck her out and do everything I need to do. Then pop her in a stable. Then I've got to come home, have a shower, get changed, and then go to my other job. So I literally have, apart from my 2 days off that I've got, I literally have no time to do stitching. So it's kind of gonna put everything back. Now I don't know, because there's roughly 4 weeks in the month. That means that realistically unless I do one project on one day and one project on another, I'm really not going to get a lot done on my project. So I think what I'm going to have to start doing is, instead of working on absolutely everything and touching a little bit on everything and not really having much to show, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I've been working on, so that it might not be every single project that I'm touching, but it will be, you know, you'll be able to see a substantial increase in the project, so you'll be able to actually see some work that's done. So the project that I'm 100% going to be concentrating on, and we'll definitely get 2 of those days in the month, is going to be the Amy Stewart. So Amy Stewart is one, which is that one, and also alternative reality. So that's going to be the other one. Now I'm over 50% in grey spaces, so I can kind of slow down on that one a bit. The Winter by the Cricket Collection, this one here, I really want to do that in winter time, because I can't stitch Christmassy, coldy, you know, wintry stuff coming into spring. It just doesn't sit well with me. It's the same as, you know, if I was to do an autumnal, you know, pumpkin-y, fall, October, autumn type project in the winter, that really should be around autumn time or fall time. So I think when you've got seasons, you need to kind of stitch them in the season you're in or you're going in. That's very much how I feel. So I really want to make this Cricket Collection winter one that I focus on and that I make sure that I can get done in the next month. So that is definitely one that I'm going to be focusing on. Alternative reality, I am. Amy Stewart, definitely the Amy Stewart, the Bountiful bookshelf, definitely the twisted band sampler, because I absolutely love doing that, and obviously the bookmark that I need to get completed because that's a gift. So I'm hoping to show that as an FFO, if not an FO. But I think that's basically my plans for next month, which is a bit of a nightmare. I'm so gutted I'm going back to work. Do you know what? If I didn't have to work, I would, probably the same as a lot of people, if I didn't have to work, I wouldn't, because there is so much else that I'd love to do other than sit here and, you know, sit at work and do work and run around a restaurant. But unfortunately, I've got big plans and I need to make the money to make them happen. So that is everything that I've got for this month. I think it was a much shorter video than last month, purely because I didn't have a hell of a lot of haul to show you. But I hope you've enjoyed it. Leave me a thumbs up if you could. If you've got any questions or anything, pop that in the comments box. I will come back to you. But have a lovely, lovely rest of the day, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.